$9.6 trillion. This is how much money moves through the forex exchange market on daily basis. And put this into perspectives, the entire US market makes approximately half of the trillion on a busy day. So today I'm going to break down for you what FX is, who is involved, what is currency pairs, and also I have built for you a free interactive tool that you can play after this video. And if you're new here, I'm business analyst, I'm working in investment banking, and I'm also MBA in CQF qualified. FX or forex exchange is the simple process of converting one currency to another. Every time when you change dollar to euro or British pounds to euro at the airport, this is where you're participating in FX market. But of course the airport, it's a very tiny piece of the iceberg, and the real actions happening within the banks, hedge funds, other corporations. So here we are talking about the global and centralized over-the-counter market, which opens 24 hours and 5 days a week. And that 9.6 trillion in US dollars, it comes from the Bank of International Settlements from their survey of 2025. Now FX is traded in the pair, so you don't buy just dollar, you buy dollar with something, for example Euro USD, which is also considered one of the most traded pair in the world. And in every pair you would have the first currency will be called as base and second quote. If Euro USD trading for 1.08, this means that 1 euro costs $1.08. So the pairs will be always grouped in the category. So the major one, all of them will include dollar with them, like Euro USD, GBP USD or GPY USD. Also those pairs are one of the most liquid and have the high spread. Then we have crosses, so those currency pairs, they will not include dollars in them, but definitely they will have some major currency, of course, like Euro GBP is a good example of it. And finally we have exotics, where some currency of the pairs come from small or emerging countries, like USD and TRY, where we have dollar against the Turkish lira, and exotics would tend to be less liquid and more volatile, and of course then wider spread. So who is actually trading in the FX market? You might assume traders that are staring at the Bloomberg terminal. So those are not just the people who participate in the market, but of course they are part of it. So the biggest players, we would have banks, which are investment banks, commercial banks, and they would act as dealers, making market for their clients and trading on their own books. Then you have got central banks like Bank of England or Federal Reserve. So they will intervene in the FX market to manage the currency's values or implement the monetary policy. So when the central bank moves, of course, then market pays significant attention to it. Another major player, we would have corporation. As an example, can be UK companies. So for example, if they're buying some raw material from outside of the UK and that material is priced in USD, which means that they will have to convert GBP to USD. And we got hedge funds and other institutional investors which are speculating, taking position based on what they think currency are headed. So why I'm telling you all of this? Because if you're working in a bank or financial institution and maybe you are business analyst or project manager, that I can assure that FX will touch your wallet at some point. Whether it's booking system, risk calculation, you need to understand the basics. I have been within FX market technology for years, and I can see that people who do well, they take time to understand the product itself, not just part of technology. So when the traders say that they need to price, or maybe they want to implement some new product like cross-currency, non-deliverable forward trades, so in this time, of course, you don't need to understand how the math works behind that, or you don't need to understand how models or which models needs to implement in order to price this trade, but you need to know what he talks about. what those products stands for. In interviews, I can say that FX basing, they came up very often. You should be able to explain what FX is, what currency are, what are the most liquid, and what drives FX. So I have built a free FX explainer tool for you that covers everything that we cover today and more. You can explore the currency pairs, who trades the FX and why, and also you can test your understanding. It's completely free, you don't need to sign up for everything, you can just find the link in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, you might also like this one, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching me, and see you in the next video.